when he swung, it felt like bricks were going on.
Is that the hardest one? Is that the hardest one you faced throughout your whole career? Is that the hardest one?
Who else? A squad that was like that was Danny Garcia. Yeah, if he don't got no chin now, so Rolly be getting caught, but Rolly can hit, bro. Like, he can hit. And he's the only person I felt like.
Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero. A showdown fueled by bad blood heat is rising as Ryan, the golden boy, Garcia prepares to face Rolando, Rolly Romero, in a grudge match set for May 2nd. But this isn't just another night of boxing. This fight is personal. With bad blood, controversy, and reputations on the line, both men are stepping into the ring with something to prove. For Garcia, this is more than a comeback, it's a statement. After a year-long layoff and the lingering shadow of his PED suspension, the world is watching to see if he still has that devastating left hook, and if he's still the real deal. On the other side, Romero, never one to hold back on trash talk, is determined to expose Garcia as a fraud. Their recent face-off only added fuel to the fire, turning an already heated matchup into a must-watch battle. Confidence has never been an issue for Garcia, but heading into this fight, he's exuding self-assurance like never before.
Too much, Rolly's gonna give you everything you want, so kind of just gonna let the fight come to me, and then I'm gonna take over. I'm a better fighter all around, so I feel like it's gonna show in the fight.
To him, this isn't just another step in his career. It's his moment to remind the world why he was once seen as boxing's brightest rising star. And he's made one thing crystal clear: he's knocking Romero out. Not maybe, not possibly, he will. Garcia sees this fight as a mismatch. In his eyes, Romero hasn't evolved. He's regressed. His flaws remain, his vulnerabilities have only grown, and according to Garcia, his chin is weaker than ever. He points to past sparring sessions as proof, claiming he saw the holes in Romero's game years ago. Now, those weaknesses have only become more.
Everybody really wants to see the rematch, and that's where my heart's at. So I just gotta prepare well, and I know I'm the better fighter when I knock him out.
It's going to be how long will Rolly last in the ring?
Fast, I said it for about 2 seconds. He's gonna come to fight. I'm not taking
More glaring. Come fight night, Garcia isn't just looking for a win. He's looking to make a statement. And if his words hold true, May 2nd could be the night Rolly Romero gets exposed once and for all. Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero. A knockout or nothing. Mentality for Ryan Garcia. This fight isn't just about winning. It's about how he wins. A decision victory? Unacceptable. A close fight? Not in the plan. Garcia is stepping into the ring on May 2nd with one goal, a knockout. When asked how confident he is that he'll stop Romero,
they can do some damage. And Ryan Garcia, look, he's coming off, it's going to be about a year now. He's hungry. He's hungry to get on top. He's hungry to...
He didn't hesitate, 90%. That kind of confidence isn't just bravado, it's conviction. It's the mindset of a fighter who sees only one outcome, his hand raised, and Romero on the canvas. But there's more at stake for Garcia than just another win. He's fighting to reclaim his place as one of boxing's biggest stars. The past year has been a whirlwind of controversy.
You guys in a while. Hope that everybody's doing good.
Yeah, everyone's having a blessed day. Rolly, we coming.
Quick question, how's everybody doing?
From a positive PED test to the backlash over his overturned victory against Devin Haney. He's been doubted, criticized, and scrutinized like never before. Some fighters might crumble under that pressure, but Garcia is using it as fuel. This isn't just about beating Romero, it's about proving he's still here, still dangerous, and still one of the sport's most electrifying finishers. On the other side, Rolly Romero has his own reasons.
Most eyes on you, the most to prove. What's your prediction? What's going to happen May 2nd?
I put Rolly to sleep with the left hook. That's it. That's what you're going to see. Period.
He's Rolly as a desperate fighter, one who took this fight not because he wanted to, but because he had no other choice. Garcia doesn't respect this as Romero's big moment. He sees it as a gift, a chance at redemption that he has no intention of letting him take. The real question heading into this fight isn't whether Garcia can
Any adjustments, to be honest. Still making a lot of the same mistakes, still kind of fighting the same. His chin actually looks like it's gotten a lot weaker.
win. It's how quickly he'll do it. He's repeatedly pointed to Romero's chin as a glaring weakness, citing brutal knockouts at the hands of Gervonta Davis and Isaac Cruz as proof. But it wasn't just those losses that convinced him. He remembers Romero nearly being stopped by 40-year-old Ismael Barroso, saved only by a highly controversial referee stoppage.
With the right adjustments, but took it too far, I guess, for the sake of words. But I think that they'll both be better.
Yeah.
In their fight against one another. I don't know how to.
They're both super raw.
Yeah.
I think Ryan got more talent.
Yeah.
But he's repeatedly cleans up rolling.
I do
think he wants to fight. Yeah,
I think for both fighters obviously the common opponent right there. I think that both fighters, obviously Ryan just fought Tank. Yeah. I think he'll be better since fighting Tank. Yeah. And then the same thing with Rolly. I think Rolly became better from fighting Tank. I think that they knew certain mistakes that they made. I think they believed in their game plan. Got us all to believe in their game plan. I think they came to this fight with
Garcia. It all leads to one conclusion. Romero can't take his power. Confidence has always been Garcia's trademark. It's what made him a sensation, what carried him through adversity, and what makes him must-watch television. But this time his belief is on another level. This fight isn't just about beating Romero. It's about silencing every doubt that still lingers over his name. On May 2nd, Ryan Garcia isn't coming for a win. He's coming to make a statement.
Como lo he dicho, yo aquí estoy para pelearle ahora en 140 y demostrarle que estamos igual de fuertes o más fuertes que en 135 y también callarle la boca.
I'm not about to dodge Ryan Garcia. I'm ready to fight him on 140. If he wants to, I'm ready.
To Garcia, Ryan Garcia's reinvention. New trainer, new mindset, same mission. Redemption as Ryan Garcia prepares for his high-stakes return on May 2nd. He's not just coming back from a year-long PED suspension. He's rewriting the entire blueprint of his boxing career. In a move that surprised fans and insiders alike, the 25-year-old star...
You just don't like him? Like it rubs off the wrong way, or...?
He's a phony. Yeah. He's a phony. I don't like phonies. That's simple as that. I just don't like phonies. Yeah. So, I keep it real with everybody, and he a phony.
I see that. That's the most tension. Is there real beef there, or is it just... you want to get ahead and you see him as a guy that you sparred a lot and you feel you should be in that position?
No, I want to chop that kid's head off.
Why?
Has made yet another trainer switch. This time, Garcia has abandoned his pursuit of a reunion with famed trainer Eddie Reynoso, instead reuniting with Derek James, a coach he once parted ways with under tense circumstances. The decision raised eyebrows, but it also speaks volumes. Garcia is feeling the pressure, not just to win, but to redeem himself in the eyes of the boxing world. Garcia had initially set his sights on rekindling his partnership with Reynoso, the mastermind behind Canelo Álvarez's dominance and the coach who oversaw Garcia's explosive rise from 2018 to 2021, including his thrilling knockout of Luke Campbell. But that relationship soured when Garcia publicly accused Reynoso of being too focused on Canelo to give him the attention he needed. This time,
the best left in the world.
history repeated itself. With Canelo deep in camp for his May 3rd undisputed title defense, Garcia once again found himself left out in the cold. With no room in Reynoso's stable, Garcia pivoted back to Derek James, the Dallas-based trainer he worked with during his fights against Oscar Dort and Devin Haney. Their previous collaboration ended amid the fallout of the Haney fight. But now, after a tumultuous year, Garcia says things are different. Taking to social media, Garcia announced the reunion, calling his current training camp with James dialed in and hyping May 2nd as Fatal Fury. Bold words, but they paint a clear picture. Garcia believes he's finally found the right setup to unleash hell on Rolly Romero. The boxing world is split on the move. Some praise the decision after all. James has trained world-class fighters like Errol Spence Jr., Jermell Charlo, and Anthony Joshua. Others are skeptical, questioning whether James is the right man to guide Garcia through the most pivotal moment of his career, because this isn't just about a fight. This is about salvaging a legacy. The PED
is your right hand versus left hook.
Y'all gonna have to just tune in and see. No hands, no nothing. Y'all just tune in and see.
Okay. Now you good at selling the fight. Why you been so quiet?
This move has all.
Your fans are expecting to see a lot. Man, you better pick your flag up, man. Pick your flag up. Hey, look.
Devastating the flag, brother.
Hey, look. Got a big fight coming up. What can fans expect when they see you face off against Ryan Garcia? Some people say
scandal didn't just cost Garcia his win over Haney. It cast a shadow over everything he's achieved. Critics, including champions like Claressa Shields, have been brutal. Shields even dubbed Garcia's signature weapon a steroid hook, accusing him of stealing victories with performance-enhancing drugs. The backlash has left even casual fans wondering, was Ryan Garcia ever the real deal, or just another fighter looking for shortcuts? Now, Garcia is stepping into a pressure cooker. The 140-pound division is loaded with elite talent. Devin Haney,
The Austin,
Teofimo Lopez, Gervonta Davis, and more. In this landscape, a single misstep could derail his career entirely. The decision to switch trainers so close to fight night is
I'm gonna let it come naturally. You know, again, with a power puncher, you can't just force things. If you run into a good shot, so for me, I'm gonna, be on my top P's and Q's and handle.
Now,
I mean, for me, it's all about getting in the gym, timing everything. I feel like I have enough time to get it back. Of course, a 1.5 layoff sucks. But
early knockout, or are you just gonna let it come?
undoubtedly a gamble, but it's also a glimpse into Garcia's mindset. He's not playing it safe. He knows this fight isn't just about Romero. It's about proving he can still deliver that crushing left hook clean. It's about showing the world that his power, his talent, and his place in the sport were never dependent on anything but hard work. May 2nd isn't just a comeback, it's a verdict. Tim Bradley backs a new Garcia, but the
confident against me, so I think we're going to see a good fight, but ultimately I'm going to knock him out.
The pressure's never been higher. Former world champion Tim Bradley has added his voice to the growing chorus of support for Ryan Garcia, saying he's seeing a different man this time around. According to Bradley, the erratic, impulsive version of Garcia that fans had grown accustomed to is gone, replaced by a more disciplined, focused.
Tank, so ain't not chasing a belt, but we'll see. May 2nd.
former world champion Tim.
He's basically just wants to be a model. What did you mean by that?
Well, he didn't make way for his last 4 title fights, and he didn't even try to make way
for confidence. This fight is the biggest opportunity of his career, a chance to shock the world on one of the year's biggest stages. An upset win over Garcia would change everything for him. But to Garcia, that's exactly why Romero is vulnerable. He sees his footwork leaves openings, and he's already suffered a devastating knockout at the hands of Gervonta Davis. If Garcia has truly dialed back into peak form, if Derek James has helped him harness his talent and sharpen his game, then Romero could be in real danger of being put to sleep. But make no mistake, Garcia can't afford another disaster. His career has been a roller coaster, full of viral highs and controversial lows. And this fight may be the most important of his life. If he
loud and crazy like he was, he's kind of toned it and tamed it, calmed it and tamed it down, toned it down a bit. So I respect that with Ryan, man, and I think he's gonna be a lot more focused now, and he's actually gonna go and try.
But
Garcia gonna catch him with that left hook, and it's gonna be 9-9. I think Ryan has changed definitely. I think his character has definitely changed. With the way he's displaying it now, a lot more calmer, very respectful. Look like a real businessman now. He's not all loud.
Falters. If he looks sluggish, disconnected, or worse, loses. The fallout won't just be criticism. It will be a potential collapse. The PE questions will come roaring back, his reputation will take another hit, and this time, the damage could be permanent. By switching trainers and overhauling his entire preparation, Garcia is trying to send a message.
But him moving up to 147, the only thing I think that he's really going to get is him having a better chin, because at 140, he was getting hurt multiple times. His last fight, he didn't get hurt. He's a little bit, if I'm being honest, going to be only going up to 147. There's many possibilities. There's the possibility of him having a better chin, which I'm not sure if he's going to have a better chin. There's probably the possibility of him being faster, stronger at 147.
He's serious, focused, and determined to rewrite the narrative. On May 2nd, under the bright lights of Times Square, the boxing world will find out if that message holds weight, or if it's just noise. But the PED scandal still looms large, and not everyone is willing to forgive or forget. Undisputed middleweight champion Claressa Shields has been one of Garcia's most vocal critics. She hasn't pulled a single punch when it comes to his positive test for banned substances, and she's not buying the redemption arc. In a scathing interview with Fight Hub TV, Shields blasted Garcia for what she sees as outright cheating. "Ryan's a cheat, and he knows he cheated," she said bluntly. She even went as far as calling Garcia's now infamous left hook.
And it hurt him since he got hit with it the first round. So it's like, yeah, he should have got out the way of the hook. He should have got out the way of every punch. But the hook and the right hands and stuff had a little bit more stuck on him because he was positive for drug cheat. And he know he cheated. And the world keeps saying, oh, Devin didn't get out the way of a hook. He got hit with a steroid hook. I don't know why you guys keep putting that word off. It's like, it wasn't just a hook. Steroid hook.
The same one that stunned Devin Haney, a steroid hook, arguing that the punch wasn't about timing or technique, but chemical enhancement. People keep saying, oh, Devin didn't get out of the way. No, he got hit with a steroid hook, she emphasized. To Shields, Garcia's success in the ring isn't just questionable, it's tainted. And until he clears his name with a clean, decisive performance, those accusations will continue to shadow him. On May 2nd, Ryan Garcia isn't just fighting Rolly Romero. He's fighting to reclaim his name, his credibility, and his place in the sport. The margin for error? 0. The heat is on. Garcia versus Romero is personal, and it's getting ugly. Claressa Shields, there's no question. Ryan Garcia's knockout of Devin Haney was tainted. The undisputed middleweight champion hasn't minced words, and she's not buying the redemption story. To her, Garcia's win was illegitimate, plain and simple, and she's made it clear that forgiveness isn't on the table. But Garcia's critics aren't limited to the outside. Rolly Romero, his opponent on May 2nd, is bringing his own storm of controversy and confidence into the ring. Known for his brash persona and relentless trash talk, Romero has carved a name for himself by pushing buttons and backing it up with all-out aggression. And when it comes to Garcia, the animosity runs deep. Their rivalry didn't begin with this fight.
Damn, it took him that long to evolve someone? I'm very impressed. He still hasn't been champion though.
Fair enough.
And the only times that he's ever had the opportunity to be champion was with Gervonta, but instead of trying to sacrifice the extra pound and trying to make 135, he just... When I sparred him, I was only boxing for 3 years. Or like, no, 4 years at the time.
You didn't have a really deep amateur background,
I started
right?
boxing at 17.
Okay. And Ryan was a national, like a multinational?
Yeah, multinational. He started boxing like 5 or something.
It started years ago in a sparring session that, depending on who you asked, saw Romero get the better of a then-rising Garcia. That session lit a fire in Romero, one he's carried through a career filled with big opportunities, like his high-profile bout with Gervonta Davis in 2022. He may have been knocked out in that fight, but he walked away with millions, fame, and another title shot. That second shot came against Ismael Barroso in 2023, a fight Romero won under controversial circumstances. Now, he's set to face Garcia in a matchup layered with history, animosity, and the kind of bad blood that turns boxing into must-watch drama.
But Rolly, whoever they want to put him up against, he down to fight.
Real tough.
And with Ryan Garcia, I ain't gonna lie, bro. After coming off, a victory against Devin Haney, but the whole PEDs thing came out. Now I like Rolly Romero. He get a lot of hate, but think about who he's been fighting. He lost against Gervonta Tank Davis. He lost against Pitbull. These are all guys that guys duck and do not want no smoke with.